Hello and welcome to the very first episode of Angel Home Real Estate's weekly project update. I'm Mike, your host and property advisor, bringing you fresh insights, exclusive launches, and the latest real estate trends from across Dubai. This week, we're diving into 4 standout luxury developments that are shaping the future of high-end living in the city. Vida Residences Hillside by Emaar, Jumeirah Residences at Emirates Towers by Meraas, the next chapter in Jumeirah Gulf Estates by Wasl, and Altiera Heights by Ellington in Jumeirah Islands. And as always, we'll end with the latest real estate transaction figures from the past 7 days. So how are developers pushing the boundaries of luxury right now? Let's unpack this week's spotlight projects, starting in Dubai Hills Estate.
Absolutely. Yeah, kicking things off in Dubai Hills, we've got Vida Residences Hillside. This is from Emaar. What's particularly interesting here is Emaar bringing their Vida hotels and resorts brand into this, very green, established community.
Right, so it's not just another apartment building, it's branded living.
Exactly. And they're offering quite a mix, 1 to 3 bedroom apartments, but also townhouses. And the design focus seems to be on that sort of timeless, modern finish.
Okay. And I saw something about direct park access.
Yeah.
That sounds like a major plus.
Oh, definitely. For residents living right on the edge of that massive Central Park, 450,000 square feet?
Yeah, something like that. Huge. And Dubai Hills Mall is right there too.
Right. So it's that convenience factor, the community feel, but then you add the top tier amenities.
Like the infinity pool.
Infinity pool, gym, clubhouse. Yeah. They're really selling an integrated lifestyle, not just the 4 walls. It's the whole green living package.
Makes sense. Yeah. So from an investment or buyer perspective, what's the entry point look like?
Starting prices are quoted at AED 1.82 million.
Okay. For a branded residence in Dubai Hills.
Yes. And the payment plan is, pretty standard for off-plan, 10% down payment.
Right.
Then 70% spread out during the construction phase. Mm-hmm. And the final 20% is due on handover, which is slated for May 2029.
May 2029. Got it. And it's freehold.
It is freehold property, so you get full ownership. I think, for anyone considering it, beyond that starting price, it's really key to look at the potential price per square foot.
Right, and maybe compare that.
Exactly. Compare it to non-branded options nearby to really gauge that brand premium and, the potential for appreciation down the line.
Good point. Okay, so shifting gears from the green expanses of Dubai Hills, let's move towards the city center. Jumeirah Residences at Emirates Towers by Meraas. This sounds, different, very central.
Oh, absolutely different. This is aiming squarely at the ultra-premium market segment, and the location tells you everything. It's overlooking the Museum of the Future, right next to DIFC. Prime doesn't quite cover it.
Wow. And branded again, but this time by Jumeirah Group.
Yes, and that's the crucial element here. You're getting the elegance, the service standards associated with Jumeirah hotels, but in your own private residence.
So it's like living in a 5-star hotel, basically, but it's your home.
Pretty much. Think high ceilings, private terraces, imagine the views, smart home tech standard, of course. Plus, a rooftop pool, world-class concierge, all those exclusive Jumeirah perks.
Right. It really sounds like downtown prestige meets genuine privacy.
That's the vibe they're going for.
And the starting price reflects that, I guess. AED 3.5 million.
Yes, starting from 3.5 million for the 1 to 4 bedroom units.
Okay. And completion is a bit further out, 2030.
Estimated for 2030, yeah. This really targets a buyer who values that prime location, the Jumeirah brand, and that effortless, fully serviced kind of lifestyle.
It seems like a growing trend, these hospitality brand partnerships.
It is. These branded residences often fetch a premium. They can potentially offer better rental yields too because of the service level. But, buyers should also factor in potentially higher service charges. Maintaining that level of luxury costs money.
True. Always something to consider. Okay, let's step back a bit and look at scale. Wasl is doing something massive in Jumeirah Gulf Estates. They're calling it the next chapter. Sounds ambitious.
Incredibly ambitious, yeah. Wasl isn't just adding a few villas here. They are fundamentally expanding Jumeirah Gulf Estates. The area involved is huge, 4.68 million square meters.
Wow.
This is about adding layers to the community, new infrastructure, more luxury.
So what kind of properties are we talking about?
A real mix. Over 12,000 new homes planned. Everything from, standard villas to much larger estate homes. They're also including branded residences and, interestingly, some really exclusive, ultra-luxury hilltop mansions. Some of the top-end stuff in the Emirate, potentially.
And they're anchoring it with big leisure facilities, too. Okay. A tennis stadium.
Yeah, Dubai's largest tennis stadium, apparently. and a Mandarin Oriental resort.
Another big hotel brand involved.
Yeah.
So Mandarin Oriental residences too, presumably.
Exactly. Resort and residences. It seems the focus is broad. Sustainability, active living, distinctive architecture. They're aiming to build a whole lifestyle ecosystem around the golf, wellness, high-end leisure, catering to different levels of wealth within that one huge community.
That scale is just immense.
It is. And for potential buyers, the key thing to grasp is the timeline. Transforming such a large area takes time. Understanding the phasing when the stadium opens, when the resort is ready, that's crucial.
Yeah, definitely. It really shows the market's confidence, though, to absorb such a massive expansion.
Absolutely. It highlights the demand for established communities that are also evolving.
Okay, finally, let's touch on Ellington. They're moving into Jumeirah Islands with Altiera Heights. Ellington usually means design-led, right?
That's their signature, yeah.
Yep.
A more boutique, design-focused approach. And they're bringing that into Jumeirah Islands, which is already known for its, lakes, tranquility, established feel.
So Altiera Heights is described as a boutique collection. Not a huge tower, then.
Exactly.
Right.
Modern lakefront apartments and penthouses. It sounds like they're fusing that contemporary, almost art-inspired Ellington design with the natural water-focused setting of Jumeirah Islands. Resort-style amenities, but with privacy.
What's the unit mix?
It's 1 to 3 bedroom apartments, plus some rather spacious 4-bedroom penthouses.
Okay, and I saw wellness mentioned. Wellness-focused interiors.
Yeah, which fits nicely with the location, doesn't it? That serene, established vibe.
It does. Starting price is around AED 3.6 million.
Approximately, yes. And completion is actually relatively soon, expected Q4 2028.
So this feels aimed at buyers who perhaps value that contemporary design, privacy, nature, maybe over a massive master community.
I think so. It's a specific niche within luxury, different developers targeting different buyer profiles. Ellington's approach here is distinct from, say, Emaar's big branded community or Wasl's huge expansion plan. It caters to someone wanting that design edge in a quieter, established, water-centric community.
Okay, fascinating to see the variety even within the luxury segment. So we've looked at 4 quite different high-end projects. How is the overall market looking? Does the activity support this level of development?
Yeah.
Let's check the latest transaction figures. These are from the Dubai Land Department for the last 7 days as of May 24th, 2025.
Yeah.
Right. And the numbers, well, they paint a pretty robust picture of market health right now. The total number of transactions for that week was 5,218.
Over 5,000 deals in a week. That's significant volume.
It is. And the total value generated from those transactions hit AED 17.2 billion.
Wow. 17.2 billion dirhams in 7 days. That really underlines the liquidity, the demand in the market.
It certainly does. And if you break that down, you had 4,048 actual sales transactions. Those alone were worth AED 13.1 billion.
Okay, so the bulk of it is direct sales.
Yes. But beyond that, there's still significant financing activity. There were 916 mortgage deals recorded, and those were valued at AED 3.2 billion.
Right. Shows banks are still lending. Confidence is there.
Exactly. And then you also had 254 gift transfers totaling around AED 924 million.
Okay, so various types of property movement.
Absolutely. These figures aren't just abstract numbers. They represent thousands of real decisions, people and companies actively buying, selling, financing property in Dubai in just 1 week.
And seeing sales figures like 13.1 billion in a week, well, it validates the confidence needed for developers to launch these big luxury projects we've discussed.
Precisely. It shows there's a deep buyer pool interested in everything from these branded apartments to ultra-prime city spots and huge community expansions.
Yeah, the market seems to be absorbing significant new supply while keeping that transaction velocity high.
It does. That consistent high volume, high value, week after week is a strong indicator. It supports this pipeline of high-profile luxury projects coming through.
That wraps up episode 1 of Angel Home Real Estate's weekly project update. If you're interested in any of these projects or need tailored advice, don't hesitate to reach out to our team. Follow us for more insights and tune in next week for updates on upcoming beachfront launches, villa market trends, and exclusive investor opportunities. Until then, stay inspired and happy investing.